when you look at this side-by-side comparison throughout the bill, it reads like a how-to guide in historical whitewashing. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Frederick Douglass?
I am.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yes.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans?
The way the bill is laid out,
that's a yes or no question.
Because we were very clear that we could not be conclusive about every single document out there that we could. I'm going to give you an answer. This isn't a trial. I'm going to give you an answer.
Okay, I'm ready for the answer.
The way it's set out is so that a teacher can go to different documents and different authors by which to teach from. It's by no means meant to be a conclusive list.
Let me just ask you one more time. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans? It's on page 3 of the side-by-side if you don't have it in front of you.
Then I believe you.
Okay. Are you aware that this new version of the bill removes mentions of Cesar Chavez?
Yes.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill removes mentions of Susan B. Anthony?
Yes, I am.
Yet the new version of the bill from the Senate, this is not the bill we all passed as a House, but the Senate's version, it still includes the writings of Alexis de Tocqueville, and he's not even an American. Could that be because he's a white man?
Not exactly.
And there it is, plain as day. Texas living in the historical space that is America as it pertains to educating Black and brown people on this whitewashed version of history.
Mr. Toth, is it fair to say that any bill that strikes language condemning racism is a racist bill? Mr. Toth, we can move on to another question.
This is not new, and it didn't start with Ron DeSantis. So often people are crediting Ron DeSantis with this idea of banning books. This is not new. The Daughters of Confederates have a long history of banning books. So often we credit them with putting up the statues that honored Confederate generals and others. And they should get that horrible honor because it was them and their influence that got these statues put up after the Civil War. But something they did that had an even more powerful legacy and changing how white people in this country see, especially those in the South, see and saw the reasons for fighting the Civil War was their book. They created a guide on which books should be used to educate people, not just in elementary school, but throughout K through 12 and also college. And those guides on how you would educate people, they banned any books that spoke positive of Union fighters and banned any books that spoke negative of Confederate fighters or the Klan. This is how we got the lost cause as a part of our common discussion as it pertains to the Civil War. So the idea that people in Texas are trying to ban the words of Frederick Douglass or Martin Luther King or Susan B. Anthony or Cesar Chavez, these are all people who fought against the status quo. What status quo are you talking about, Mondale? Glad you asked. I'll tell you. The status quo that everything in this country should be designed and built for the benefit of white man only. And when you challenge those systems and those ideas and those beliefs, you find yourself at odds with the status quo that is America. Texas is on warning. You are no longer a majority white state. It is currently a majority minority state. The people of Texas must stand up to this craziness, and it is that, and push back, not soft, not gently, not quietly, but loud. Because if they don't, they'll be killed until the world will be told that they loved it. I'm Mondale Robinson. Don't be silent in your own death. Therein we die many deaths. The death of your history is a form of death. Fight back, Texas. Fight back. Like it's the Alamo. Peace.